Hello and welcome to a brand new Let's Play Elden Ring. This is a game that I've been wanting to do ever since it came out, but I've just been kind of nervous about doing a game like this since I'm pretty terrible at Souls games. My only experience is Dark Souls 1. Actually, before I do any of this, um, I disclaimer, I have played about an hour of this. Um, I had to mess with the audio because I had some issues with the recordings on the audio, so I think music and sound effects is down, voice is all the way up. I want got a voice dialogue. I want that to come through. I don't really care too much about anything else, but it's not at zero, so you should be able to hear some of it. We'll go back to what I was doing. It was samurai. Then I'll do kind of a short version of my name. Mature. Golden seed. Oh, just to mention, I think last time when I first played this, I think I chose this one, and I decided because I thought this was like a more permanent thing, but it's pretty much just like starting off with a soul item that you just use right away. I think this one I learned in my hour of playthrough that this increases your flask use, so seems like a better deal for me. So let's and then see. All right, so we did the seafarer. I think all I did was mess with the hair. Did more hair like mine. It's kind of brownish. All right, yep. And then an eye patch. Oh, no. Blind swordsman. All right, so hopefully everything's good. I don't have to restart the recording. If I have some bad audio, I'd hate to do it a third time, but... Oh no, don't do that. Let's finish. All right, let's get started.
Rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask, loathsome dung-eater. And Sir Gideon Othniel, the all-knowing.
And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between, to stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
Alright then, let's get started. Man, that is such a epic intro. I know I've already seen it once before, but like I said, I already played an hour of this game. Just had to restart because of the audio issues. But man, that thing gives me chills. Now, being a Souls noob, just want to mention this, that this is probably not going to be like my other Let's Plays. There'll probably be cuts. You know, if I die to a boss like countless times, which is probably going to be the case. You know, maybe I'll cut the walk back to the boss, or maybe cut some of the fights out of the boss unless they're interesting. I'm sure I'm going to die to them numerous times. So, let's go. Now, I did starting this game, you know, and having to deal with that audio issue might have been a bad thing. I know the first hour is not going to be blind, but it did give me some time to mess with, you know, some settings. Maybe try to get rid of some of those PC stutters. Oh yeah, this is on the this is the PC version, just to let everyone know. So I hope that it actually did something. It seemed to make it a little better. There might be some stutters from here or there. I think I got a grasp of the controls already. Pretty much like Dark Souls controls, nothing new. Now there's this tutorial boss that's coming up. Last time I couldn't even get one hit in. Let's hope I can at least get one hit in. Alright, let's go. Oh, I forgot to switch to the shield. Oh, that was already a bad start. Okay, not at least one hit, please. Alright, well, that's exactly like my first attempt at this. Not even one hit. Looked like I was getting hit through the shield, too. Probably doesn't have a 100% physical block. I heard you can actually beat that boss. Oh, I'm sure you can. I mean, I think all Souls... Well, I can't say all Souls because I haven't played all of them, but in Dark Souls 1 you could beat the intro boss on the first visit.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Crimson Tears. Got the flasks. Alright. Now there is something that I want to mention about the way I'm going to do this Let's Play, is that I am not going to talk during cutscenes. Or like any kind of voice dialogue. Because I do not like it when I watch my own when I watch Let's Plays and people are talking over the dialogue. It's just like annoying. Like some people just want to hear the story. So I'm going to just not talk during those, and maybe read some stuff from time to time. Jump down the hole ahead, you will find the Cave of Knowledge. There you can learn more about the game's controls, basic actions, as well as other tips that may be helpful during your adventures and the lands between. Or, I'm going to try to read most of the stuff. Brave Tarnish, take the plunge. The plunge of learning and remembrance. Recall the arts of war and your warrior's blood. Alright. Let's get to it. Let's just burn through this. We don't really need to, kind of wish there was like a plunging attack in this game, but doesn't seem to be there. Alright, we can... Resting at a site of grace will restore your HP, FP, and cleanse any status ailments. It will also refill your sacred flasks. However, most of the enemies you defeat will be revived. You can find sites of grace by going where light converges. These explanations are acquired in the form of info items and can be accessed from the inventory at any time. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes with button presses because I am not using an Xbox controller. I'm using pretty much I'm using an 8-bit controller, and the buttons are pretty much exactly the opposite. Like when it says press Y to read message, it's X on my controller. So the X and Y are flipped and the A and B are flipped, so let's hope I'm sure I'm going to make tons of mistakes. Now we're also going to try to do this with no summons, which is a tall order for me, honestly, considering I am super bad at these games. But you know, I took my time with Dark Souls 1 and I got pretty far. Use an ornament in your left hand or both hands to guard against incoming attacks. Guarding is especially effective when done with a shield. Guarding consumes stamina. If your stamina runs out, your stance will be broken. Help you to guard. Now, in Dark Souls 1, if you guys are familiar with it, I got as far as... Yeah, we got dodging down. I got as far as Ornstein and Smog. I actually beat Ornstein and Smog, so I guess right after that. And then I just kind of stopped, I don't know. I didn't stop for any difficulty reasons. Just kind of... I guess I should explain. I got a huge problem with not finishing games I start. So that's one of the reasons I started doing these kind of Let's Plays. So that I could actually finish these games that I pay for. But most of my, at least most of the Let's Plays I have now are Final Fantasy Let's Plays. Which I've been just trying to go through all the mainline Final Fantasies. But this is, or these Souls games are games that I actually really like. Even though I don't finish them or anything like that, I decided, even though this game might be kind of hard for me to beat, if I put it as a let's play, it'll be like forcing myself to finish it. Each hand can be equipped with up to 3 armaments, allowing you to toggle between them. Armaments can be also two-handed, making attacks more difficult to repel with shields and boosting effective strength by 50%. Alright, left and right to switch stuff around. And then Y, this is what's weird, Y and LB and RB to this kind of stuff is super weird. Oh, I screwed that up. Dual handing the shield. Okay, forget it. I didn't realize. I thought it was either one you could do, but I guess it dual hands the other one. Like if you do Y and LB, it does the shield, but if you do Y and RB, it does the sword. I don't know why you'd want to dual wield the shield. Maybe it gets you 50% extra defense as opposed to 50% extra strength. Yeah. I would just burn through this. I don't think I remember finding any items just laying around. Equip the bow to fire arrows. You can equip up to 2 types of arrows to choose from at once when wielding a bow with 2 hands. Hold LB for precision aiming. Use R to adjust your aim. RB to fire arrow type 1. Right trigger to fire the second one. Left bumper for precision aiming. Oops. Oh, it distracts him if you hit him behind. That's interesting. I screwed that up, but I learned something new. Wonder if there's any armaments have special abilities called skills. Skills are highly varied and range from powerful attacks to temporary effects. Using skills consumes FP. Now this is something I never got. So it says left trigger. Look at all these dudes here. So he's trying to do the same thing. Left trigger, left trigger. It's like I don't understand it. That's my special skill. Maybe when I get more stuff. Alright, crouch. Crouch for the backstab. I thought this ghost was an enemy. About to backstab him for a second. Some attacks may break an enemy's stance, giving you a chance to perform a critical hit. Charge attacks and jump attacks make it particularly easy to break an enemy's stance. Hold RT to charge an attack. RT while jumping. Oh, I didn't know that. I think I screwed that up the first time I went through this place. I think I just did a right bumper. He definitely got staggered. Stakes of Marika. Upon dying, you will be revived at the last site of grace that you visited. However, if there is a stake of Marika near where you died, you can choose to be revived there instead. Alright. It's kind of interesting. They added like a checkpoint, pretty much. Traverse the mist. Boss time. Which, if I'm not mistaken, was a pretty easy boss. Probably the easiest boss in Dark Souls. You can perform a counter attack immediately after blocking an enemy attack. Guard counters make it easy to break an enemy's stance. RT immediately after blocking an attack for guard counter. I didn't even... Oof. Just do that just in case. Oh, and I screwed that up. Let's not screw this up. Okay, I did not die the first time at this boss. Well, that's fine. It's not that big a deal. We're pretty much right outside. I didn't really... I was trying to do that guard counter. I didn't really... Oh, it's right trigger. Oh, man, I screwed that up. Anyways, we got... Oh, I never got this. Upon dying, you'll be revisited at the last site of grace that you visited. You will drop any runes in your possession at the site of your death. If you die again before reclaiming those runes, they will be lost forever. The compass at the top of the screen indicates the direction of the lost runes. Oh yeah, we did miss some missable items. I remember you could get like not oops. Oh man. Yep, there's me screwing with the buttons already. What I was gonna say is that you can get those. I think there are some craftable items that you can get. Oh wow. Okay, so yeah, right trigger. That was definitely useful. That's something I didn't do correctly the first time I played this game. Alright, we got our runes back. Let's just keep going, and I think there's the item up here. Yep. And we can finally leave this tutorial section. East. Okay. Strength. Got a little emote there. Alright, now let's head out of here. Nope, forgot that there's this little section here still. Now I think there was an item, you know, as your starting gift that allowed you to get past this fog. I think it was like a stone key or something, which I think is for this. Yeah, Stonewords key, or Stone Swords key. I like how he checks for it, like, oh, I thought I had it. I wonder what's back here. Because technically you could start with it in the beginning, so you should be able to open that, I would imagine. Cooperative multiplayer. Use tarnished furled finger to write a gold summon sign. Cooperative multiplayer will begin once you have summoned by a player from another world. You will take the role of an ally, furled finger, and your objective is to defeat the area boss. The compass at the top of the screen indicates the direction of the summoner, host of finger. Alright. Well, like I said, we won't be doing any summons. At least I hope I can stick to that. I guess we could always grind some levels if we really get stuck, as opposed to summoning. But I'd like to at least take on these bosses by myself. Now here we go. When I first opened this, I was like, man, this is one beautiful world. Look at that. Oof. It's almost like blinding. It's so bright. I saw some review, I forget who it was, that was just super like complaining about stuff that's like super typical to Souls games. Grace exists to guide the tarnished and lead them along the proper path. Even now, some sites of grace retain that power. Their golden rays will guide you along your way. And like they were just complaining about typical Soul stuff, and use your map to check your current position, as well as the terrain and surrounding structures. You can update your map with new information by finding map fragments as stels along the road. You can also use the map freely. Place beacons of light to serve as landmarks as you explore. I think someone like automatically attacked this dude as soon as they saw him, and was complaining that there was nothing saying that this is an NPC, but I mean, come on. And I think you have to hit NPCs a couple times. I don't think they aggro like right away. But anyways, let's talk to this dude.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
Now we're gonna talk to NPCs multiple times. Typical Dark Souls or From Software trope, I suppose, is multiple dialogue from NPCs.
Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me, Vare. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you tarnished to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
Kind of miss that in Dark Souls 1 they would always laugh at the end of their dialogue. I don't know if that was true for like 2 and 3 because I never played it. But you know, if this Let's Play goes good, I definitely want to go through Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. And maybe, Bloodborne or something like that. But definitely after this, maybe the Dark Souls series.
Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward, most certainly. To Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Grafted. It's time you set off, I should think, to Castle Stormvale on the cliff, where Grace would guide you, if you seek the Elden Ring, maidenless as you are.
Now we're going to keep talking to NPCs until we get a repeat dialogue.
It's time you set off, I should think, to Castle Storm, if you seek the...
Okay, that's a repeat dialogue. All right. So I think this is probably a good place to end this episode. In the next episode, we will march on forward. Now that dude is that dude over there on the horse. I think he's sort of a boss. I think he's a boss. He's got that boss health bar. And I tried him a couple times in my other hour of playthrough before I did this, and I got my butt whipped every time. So I do not want to attempt him again this time. I think he's definitely got the advantage being on that horse. He's got the high ground pretty much. But anyways, actually, how do I can I, oh, gestures. Let's see. I can wave. Goodbye. Oh, he even says something. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Check out the next episode. Check out in the next episode where we will go to Castle Stormvale and see what's over there. So, thanks for watching and have a good day.